referring to?
Santos. Did you catch that bit?
Who's Santos?
Let me read. Now, for context, you remember why the Constitution changed, right? Because the old one was written as Los Santos. Well, no, sort of, kinda, but the Constitution previously only specified Los Santos. Therefore, the implication was it didn't apply to Blaine County, which is where Soze did whatever Soze did, right? Under legislative authorities for Los Santos County, it states Los Santos County shall have legislative authority over its jurisdiction and be responsible for the governance, public services, and local laws that pertain to the residents and operations within Santos. I don't know about you, but Santos don't exist. Los Santos, yeah, but Santos, no.
Honestly, you might have them on a technicality, Rhodes.
I'm just saying, did anyone assume or believe that the Constitution didn't apply up north before? No. Everyone had common sense to know that it did. Until it was finally brought up in court. Now, does that mean that if the mayor appoints you, that that's not legal? I don't fucking know. I don't really know how that would all play out, but...
Hey, let's ignore that part.
Well, Fred, I guess what I'm kind of saying here is, if you get the position and you play your cards right, unless you do something so egregious that you are removed from your position, once this gets clarified, if and when Turner appeals or pushes this, there may be no other means that the mayor can remove you.
Oh, so that means support Turner.
Yeah. Listen, no one in the PD likes restructures. No one in the PD likes rotating high command every 90 fucking days. It's idiotic. It is stupid. It is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Okay.
I tried to avoid it, but Bones and Cassidy gave me no fucking choice.
Well,
but they deserved what they got because they're fucking animals, and they deserve worse.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Point being, if you were to get this position again, it is very conveniently timed with the potential that DOJ clarifies that outside of an ACR impeachment, the mayor cannot remove a appointed sheriff or chief.
Rhodes, we're doing another 2 years. Lock in.
Or Pred, another thing. You could make your... Listen, you can create a ranking structure outside of what currently exists. You can literally make a commissioner role that exists above chief of police. What prevents us from doing that?
Wouldn't that just be like a union?
How so?
I mean, you unionize the workers, right? I mean, isn't that how unions work?
Well,
where it's like
no. The point I'm making
union
here...
heads are essentially commissioners over their industries.
No. The point I'm making here is that if it is ruled that they can remove a chief of police, they only have the power to appoint a chief of police. We determine our rank structure. If we make a rank above chief of police, they would have no authority to change that. Because
No, this is what I like about you, Rhodes. You think outside of the box. This is what we need to do. This is perfect.
Yeah, right? But no one goes against the mayor. That's the problem.
Well, right, let me ask you something. In the perfect world, do you schmooze with the mayor and get him to support you? Or do you go at the mayor's throat and make him support you by force? What do you think? Well, let me ask you, in the perfect world, what's your approach in that situation?
In an ideal world, in an ideal world, well, here's the thing. For over an entire fucking year, we have been, okay, I say we, I've been in the BCSO for quite some time. So it's not exactly the fairest comparison. But like, listen, I don't fuck with the mayor showing up to, not just the mayor, but even people in the cabinet showing up to PD meetings. I think it's done as nothing more than a I want to listen into their info. And if I'm being entirely frank with you, I don't give a fuck. Not in PD. See you later.
See, so here, let me explain something to you real quick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
PD meetings are like a formality for like the EMS, right? The fucking DOC show up to them, right? The fucking mayor's office shows up to them. Those are like kind of like joint meetings. I view those shift change meetings. All right, what we have to do is we'd have our own shadow gatherings.
The thing is, it's not that it's necessarily difficult to gather everyone, but like it's just convenient when everyone is around in those settings. And then things get brought up in front of other people. That just makes things like really fucking awkward. Especially when people are in cabinets that are also in gangs, and the discussion is those gangs. Speaking of which, how to besties?
Look, I get it. A lot of people think that I'm a gang member. All right? I don't know anything about nothing. I didn't do nothing really, honestly. I had a group of friends for protection roads. What am I supposed to do? You know how hard it is to go about life alone? Especially like in this town, like going about, what was I supposed to do? I had friends, yeah. But I don't know nothing.
I think a lot. So the reason I even asked this, number one, I'm going to be honest and forward with you.
Yeah.
I think it's because number one, if it's not asked by me, it's certainly going to be asked by somebody else. Additionally, people are going to want to know in the event of let's say you are made chief of police, whatever, right? In the event where there's a shootout with besties, are you going to have any second thought regarding the situation at hand?
None. You want to know why, Rhodes? This stays between me and you for the time being. All right?
Okay.
I'm torching the past and burning a new path. I'm torching the previous one and everybody in it. And forward we go. Look, one day I'm going to be president of the United States, Rhodes. One day I'm going to be president of the United States. And I'm going to have to get there through, sheer acts of violence.
You sure about that one?
Well, violence in the name of justice.
Okay,
or
sure.
my interpretation of it.
Sure, I guess. Okay. So outside of me, you don't have a single other name?
I mean, well, I was hoping me and you could sit down, discuss people. You know, maybe we raise some people up. Maybe we knock some people down. You know, I already got a whole plan. First thing I do is I stand at the podium and I say, hey, I'm going to be having an open meeting with any PD officer that wants to, where you can say to me anything you want, whether that be about me, whether that be about what you do. All right. But the thing is, though, I'm also going to say what I think about you. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
I think there's value in letting people know that you aren't just going to be taking in information without also providing your opinion or feedback regarding it. Because no one likes a yes man. Like, it just which again leads me back to the whole I don't give a fuck about the mayor at all. And nobody needs to be a yes man to the mayor. Fuck that guy.
Look, do I strike you as... Listen.
No, you don't.
Have not...
You don't, but... Listen, Pred, if I've ever needed you to be Pred for, like, a specific purpose, it is to remind the mayor that he has no control over the PD aside from how much we get paid. And if there's a vacancy, he can appoint. But like, also, let's fucking change that and make it so that he can't appoint the highest rank, and we just make it doesn't even have to be commissioner. I don't give a fuck what rank exists above. Something above chief of police.
No, we don't want something above chief of police. We want the chief and the sheriff to kind of work unilaterally with each other. Otherwise, you just have someone who's fucking butting in. Look, we did this whole thing before, Rhodes. You know what the downfall was of everything? All right, the downfall of what was the mediator coming in, an outside mediator coming in, telling us what to do with our department.
Yeah, that was ass.
Downfall.
That was ass, and then us being removed and then put back and then removed and then put back.
It did happen a couple times.
While simultaneously running the largest, most successful fucking department ever. Oh, I hate people. I hate people. I hate people. Do you know when
I hate people too!
You know when the chief of police stuff's being announced?
Today?
Really?
I would imagine, yeah, today.
That would be
today.
interesting.
Today at the Shift 1 meeting, for sure. Look, so there's two options, right?
Uh-huh.
I think you're right. I need to hit the ground running. I need to say, hey, listen, I'm in charge. All right, everything's about asserting and domination. See, that's why people always followed us, is because I sheerly dominated everybody. Remember when I stood in front of people, I said, I don't give a fuck about you. I looked them in the eye, and I said, I don't give a fuck about you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That did happen quite a few times.
Happened a lot.
Especially with other departments.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Look, I have a vision. I don't want to give away too much. My initial plan was to schmooze a bit and manipulate, right? That's kind of the plan that I thought was the best with, like, you know, doing things. But I think you actually kind of made me understand something, all right? You have to dominate through sheer willpower, and you can't waver. That's the type of person that's needed. Someone who's not afraid to sheerly dominate by force. That's what I'll do. Because I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to handle the situation. It's kind of why I didn't really take the job offers too seriously in the past. You know, because, you know, if I would have had the fucking, God, can you imagine having to listen to fucking Princess Elena as your boss? What a dope. All right. I turned her into what she was. She was the perfect person for me to make mayor and then rule through when I was sheriff, and she fucked me over. And same with Mumbles, that fucking clown.
I mean, that one, I mean, you picked the clown. I don't know what you expected.
Okay, well, I thought that maybe by elevating up Mumbles, that he would be grateful.
And what's his last name?
Piece of shit. What is his last name? I don't even know what his last name is.
Ain't it Fumbles?
Oh yeah, Mumbles Fumbles. Yeah.
You picked a good one, Pred. You picked a good one.
Look, I worked with the pieces that were available to me, Rhodes. Sometimes that's what you gotta do in life. You gotta work with the pieces you can get.
And who knows? Maybe I'm confusing the name with someone else, but that's just the first thing that popped in my mind.
Fumbles.
Pred, I will say this. I have made it clear. So I'm currently in a command position as of, I don't know.
Lieutenant, I see the butter bars, yeah.
3 weeks, and not by choice. In fact, when they offered me senior, I said, only if you guys agree to remove the stupid command approval for arrest warrants. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that.
Then they dropped it to senior. Okay, better. It's better. Not perfect, but I'll take it. It's something. So I took the position. And then over the course of the next week or so, the sheriff just kept calling me captain and lieutenant, and then just changed me on the roster and the MDT, and bam, there I was, command. I'm falling upward every time. I was promoted from senior to deputy when this restructured fucking shuffle, whatever the hell it is, happened. Then I got demoted back to senior. Now I got double demoted to lieutenant. How I keep falling upwards? How does this work?
Rhodes, you want to know why? Do you want to know why you're the first person that comes to mind every time I'm in a position? All right, because you're that guy. All right, you're a cop legend. All right, Rhodes, there ain't nobody like you. You are truly irreplaceable. All right, and when you lock in, all right, you fucking get shit done. All right, you do it all. Not a lot of people do it all, Rhodes. And honestly, we just make a good team. You know what I told people? Things wouldn't have been as good if it wasn't for Matt Rhodes. I said that during my interview. I looked the mayor in his eyes when I was at Bolingbrook behind bars serving my 800-month sentence. And I said, look, Mayor, Matt Rhodes is the attributing part of my success. And I couldn't have done it without him. And I firmly believe the same thing, Matt. I need you. And it's not just me that needs you. Hold. One second.
No, you're good. You're good.
Just give me a second. Just give me a sec. Got. It's not. What were we talking about again?
You saying you brought up my name and that you need me.
I brought up your name.
Uh-huh.
And I said. All right, so hold on. I already did that part. I need you, Matt. And it's not just me that needs you. It's the people. The people need you, Matthew. Rhodes. Sorry, businessman talk. Rhodes, the people need you. They need you. We all need you. Do you see that? Do you see those mountains in the distance?
Yeah?
That used to be ours.
Yeah, I got shot on that one right over there.
That used to be ours too. You know, all of this. It used to be ours.
I do miss those times, I ain't gonna lie. I do miss them.
Well, they're not far off potential.
I mean, that's a big potential. Like a real big potential. But if it happens, here's my promise to you, Pred. I will seriously consider. I don't know if I ever told you this. I think I have, sort of in passing, in the few situations that we ran into each other. I pretty much made it clear that I would not want any command or high command position, pretty much unless it was under you. Just on the basis that we previously were able to turn around a department that was never deemed like the department until it was, which was done under both of us. And it takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. It takes a lot of, how should I word this? Dedication and patience, which I know you don't have, but I also know that you'd be willing to find people to do certain aspects of things. For example, if we want to legislate something, that takes time. Needs to be written up, needs to be proposed on, city hall docket thing or whatever. We have to wait 72
That's
hours
something you
for a
really need
contest
the right guy
period.
for.
Exactly. And I don't know who that person is. But what I will say is,
It's Tony
ultimately,
Lung.
Pred, I'd rather fist myself.
Yeah, I heard he's a member of Hades now.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is. He's also an asshole.
You know, he was my attorney.
Well,
He won all those big cases. All of them.
I mean, I guess.
Maybe with the right motivation. You know, here's what I think, Rhodes. There's a lot of unforeseen variables. We don't know what
I agree.
pieces we're going to have. All right. But I shit you not when I tell you I have a list, right? I got a list of names.
Fred, you've told me one thing on this list of 12.
I'm not going to tell you it all right now. I'm not going to spoil it.
Oh, come on. Give me at least one more. Listen, I know you're not looking at it unless you pull out your phone.
All right, listen. I'm going to start I'm going to try and jumpstart our communication with the media news and journalism.
I think that's a really good idea.
I'm going to be putting on my what's the name of the suit that we used to wear? It's been so long. What was the name of
Oh, like the formals?
The formals. Yeah, but it had a name. What did we call it? Did we call it our formals or we call it something else?
I think we just called them formals.
Well, what did we call it?
Bitch, you want me to say it? Formals. That's what we called them.
No, we had a different name for it, Rose. We had a different name.
I don't remember a different name.
It did. It had a different name when we would put on our uniform. It was our Class A. It was our Class A.
What? Was it? Oop. That was a long time ago, I guess.
Me and you will go down. They'll set up a microphone. They'll have the cameras, the photography, the journalists asking us questions. Oh, I got an idea with allowing journalists to come into the cells to like interview people in a monitored environment. You know, I got an idea for getting paddy wagons up and running for faster transport. You know, I got a lot of ideas. It's hard for me to go in detail about them, but I got a lot of ideas. All right.
Okay. Well, listen. Again, you have my promise that this is something I will genuinely and actually consider because, as it currently stands, if I wanted a captain position, I don't think there'd be any sort of opposition.
Frost is a bitch.
But okay, but Fred, you can't go into this position just screaming Frost is a bitch.
What do you mean? Frost is a bitch.
Fred. No. I gotta reel you back in here because there's an important aspect that you maybe didn't necessarily see. Okay, which is no one in either department wants constant internal drama. We've dealt with it for almost 2 fucking years. Well, a year, however long it's been.
Yeah, but that wasn't good drama.
No. Pred, to clarify, the drama has been so nonstop up until Turner was the chief of police, which again he no longer is now, that there was no solid foundation for either department.
Yeah, Ruby's the interim chief right now, right?
Correct. And despite being interim, has already made some sweeping changes regarding the command structure, which I think is short-sighted. I don't think someone who is notified that they're going to be the interim chief should be making changes like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Listen. Ruby ain't it. All right, I like Ruby. All right, but look, I got vision, the ability to adapt to anything in any situation.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna be spending. Let's say they make me chief today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making any drastic changes. I'm not saying okay, everyone's an officer now. That'd be terrible for the fucking structure of the department. Right?
Yeah.
I
That
gotta
happened.
sit down, talk to people. I gotta bring my ass chief in first. All right, then we gotta fill out the rest. And once we get our top going, then that's when we're like, okay, all of you, you're down for a bit. Some of you, well, most of you are down for a bit, and then we go on from there. All right, it's the only way to do it right.
Okay.
And we will rule the world.
I'll also say this.
First, Los Santos.
Outside of anything I may potentially have scheduled, if this does happen, and I do and I do take a position, I will I'll pull Crystal hours. Okay. Bless her heart, I ain't seen her in a while, but I will pull those hours. I'll be around for a couple weeks, just to show face and make it known that I do. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a shift 3 into 1. Rarely will anyone see me in 2. Rarely. And typically it's to like write a report and then a 78's call happens or something. But again, I will make myself available if this does go that way. Now, obviously, someone else can be picked, and if that is the case, it be what it be.
There ain't no one else being picked, Rhodes, unless you turn it down. Listen, Rhodes, I need you. All right, we're like, I'd like to think that if I was a gay man, that me and you would be together. You know what I mean?
No, that's not true, Pred. That's not
I was
true.
attracted to men, I would think that we would be together.
Haven't you told Richard this exact same thing?
Because it's the truth, Rhodes. It is the truth.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the truth. Gay me would have you enamored.
I don't know about that one. You know
I
why?
have the cutest little mesh tank top collection.
Yeah, but Pred, you're too much of a hoe.
I'm not a hoe.
Let me try to put this into perspective, okay? Most women have standards, Pred, okay? Most men, not so much. I don't think you ain't a hoe, by choice is kind of what I'm saying.
You're right. I would be the belle of the ball. Everywhere I'd go, it'd be like, oh my God, there's Kyle Pred. And then I'd be getting so much man ass thrown at me. How could I turn it down in this situation? You know?
I've been married for a very long time, and I still get hit on daily.
I can see why, Rhodes. Listen,
Yeah.
you take good care of yourself.
I mean, I'd like to think so. But yeah, again, that is my promise. I will very much so seriously consider it. Because I do think we need people who are going to, I don't want to say go against the grain, but again, think of how long it's been since you've been the mayor, and the fact that to this day no one has appealed that shit.
I'm surprised no one appealed it when I was mayor. That would have been the perfect time. Nakota is a dipshit. I'm gonna be honest. That's the only guy that I don't understand. Can I ask you something? Why does everyone praise Nakota, but he's just a dipshit dumb fuck? The motherfucker lost the easiest. I bought that jetpack and I flew it into the BCSO on day 1.
I don't know. I don't have the context behind that situation. Nakota's not dumb at all. I will say, Nakota caught a lot of flack from people before you being mayor, for shit that they literally never communicated to him. But I don't know. It's just Pred. We need to throw some fucking energy into the PD, okay? Because all the PD has been doing is surviving. Yeah, for close to 2 years now. And then it got worse. Well, it got way worse at the beginning. Then it became a little better. Then worse. Then the Constitution changed. Then absolutely worse. And it's gotten better. But again, the rotating high command structure, it's like, listen, if you don't have enough brain cells to know that any rotating high command structure every 3 months is a very stupid idea, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't.
Do you want to know where people get it wrong? I'm going to tell you where people get it wrong. They get it wrong thinking anybody can do this job. All right, if anything,
I agree.
It's been proven. It's been proven. You know what I miss? I wish we could dig up Sam Bass's body and bring him back to life. As much as I hated him and I tried to kill him a couple times, he is necessary. All right, he is necessary. You want to know what? You want to know what I've learned about
that you need someone of high rank to yell at?
You need a contender. You need somebody to go against, but you also need someone that's going to do shit. That's what Sam Bass was. He wasn't afraid to do shit.
Yeah, but with the current structure, you don't necessarily have that. Like, let's assume you argue against the BCSO, right? Like, if you want something changed, congratulations. Do it via legislation, which is going to take time. And then all the, we'll say appeal, but that's not really the term I'm looking for. For you, it's kind of appeal. All of that appeal is gone. It's just poof, gone. And then let's assume, hypothetically, you push for this legislation. It could technically be approved in the South, but not the North.
Rhodes?
Yeah?
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get this job because I'm the only one that can do it. You're going to take the assistant chief job, you son of a bitch, and we're going to revitalize everything. All right, brother, when I tell you I got tons of ideas, I got 1,000,000 ideas. 1,000,001!
But, Brad, you told me 12! And then actually only told me 2!
Hey, well, that's because it's the way
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
The way I have it written is a little hard to explain it. The way I have it written is a little difficult. I wrote it in a way. I wrote it in a way.
You wrote it in a way.
My handwriting sometimes, Rhodes. You know this.
That's bad. You take your medication? You a little shaky?
I don't take. The only medication I take is alcohol.
Ooh.
And I got plans. I'm gonna put everything to bed. All right, everything that people think about me on day one when I'm saying, bring me in the besties dead or alive that don't matter to me. I'll help you do it. All right. When people actually realize that they can have a conversation with me and I'm not just gonna tiptoe around the things that I expect of them. See, that's the problem. You need somebody like me to draw out the expectation of what you can be. I reach in to their fucking body, I grab their soul, and I start ripping it out.
What did you just do? Fred, the reason it works is because you're essentially doing the limit testing. You're like the guy who works at a fucking pawn shop. Someone comes in with $100,000 worth of fucking jewelry, and you go, all right, I'll give you $2,000. And then they're like, no, I know the value of gold, and at minimum, it's like 50, excluding all the other diamonds, and you go, best I can do is 20. Looking them straight in the, and then they go, but then I don't have to deal with selling it personally, and all right, yeah, I'll take it. You do the limit testing, which is necessary, because if you don't, then shit remains in the unknown. Like the fact that the mayor can just fire someone right now because no one has challenged it. Not because they actually can, but because nobody has challenged it.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna challenge everything. I'm already suing the state for my jetpack.
Lady, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate
I'm
it.
going after him for 20 million.
Howard, what?
They seized my jetpack. They didn't tell me about it. I'm filing that court case today.
But when did that happen? Oh wait, no, Pred, you're. Oh, I know the problem.
All the jetpacks went up. Took them all out. They seized them all.
Yeah.
I still paid 11 million for it, Rhodes.
Yeah,
11 million.
That's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure the manufacturer's supposed to replace them with like another Helima chopper or something.
I don't want that shit. I want what I fucking paid for, or I want my fucking money back.
Oh.
You don't give me a fucking. They could give me a fucking cargo bob. I would say no. I want the money. They could offer me a space shuttle. I'd say no. I want the money. They could offer me a fucking Stargate. I would say, and that'd be cool to fucking be a fucking police chief in other dimensions and shit. But I would say no. I want my money. It's the principle of it.
It's not the principle, bitch, and you know it.
It's the principle of it.
You don't want to have to ever have to rely on a job, Pred.
Oh, fuck no. You know how expensive things are out here? It's like $700 to get a meal.
I know. I've
been burning through millions. I got 600 grand in my KD account. I just had to pay 450,000 for a fucking expungement. All right, my stock portfolio ain't doing too good.
Ooh, I don't even know if you can sell the stocks. Even if you wanted to.
You can. You literally just sell them off.
Here, sell one of any. I'm curious.
I don't want to sell them. I don't want to sell
them. Not just one. To find a cheap one.
No, I already have my Fly US shares. I got 100 grand in that. And my Senior Buns, my Burger Shot shares, I had 100 grand, but I lost 70 bucks. Lost $73.
Ooh. Well, Fred, again, I stand by what I said. This is the only offer I will genuinely.
I have 680,000 shares of Burger Shot.
Sell one, just one.
It doesn't. You can't just sell one.
What do you mean you can't just sell one?
Just sell one. You have to sell it by a dollar amount.
Sell a fucking dollar worth.
I'm not, bitch. You fucking invest in there and do it then. You would. I know you probably are sitting on money.
Not really.
Play the stock game together. Oh my god. Oh my god. We gotta fucking. All right, listen. What we gotta do is we gotta get so ingrained in the stock game. People compare us to Nancy Pelosi. Just fucking buying and selling all our shit.
Huh. Interesting. Sorry. What? Wasn't paying attention.
Said we got to do so good in the stock game that people compare us to Nancy Pelosi.
I don't know if I want to be compared to a politician.
Hey, listen, she makes a lot of money off them stocks.
Yeah, but like, I still don't want to be compared to a politician. Again, there's only one thing that's like sort of kind of thrown me off, which is there really isn't a true full command member for Shift 3 if I'm not there. Lucas transferred out, Sky transferred out.
But they transferred to?
Just other shifts. They're still in the department. The only other command member.
Good. Maybe that shift will have a fucking chance then. I liked Lucas though.
Lucas is good.
I don't like Sky that much. Sky,
well,
I don't like her.
Why not?
She's a.
She tells it how it is.
Man. She doesn't tell it how it is.
That's exactly what she does.
Nah, that's not how it is. I remember her being completely different. All right.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's kind of it. But I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know, I guess we'll find out later today. I unfortunately won't be around and do have to get going. But after today, let me look at my calendar.
Are you at the shift 3 meeting?
Not typically. I'm typically around a few hours after that, but I can be if it's necessary.
If I get chief, I'm gonna show up to the shift 3 meeting tonight. I feel like I have to.
I think that'd be a smart idea for sure.
And I'm not sure if you want to be there or not.
If this happens, I will be there. I will absolutely be there.
I'll send you a card.
Okay. All right, if you say so.
And then I'll share and I'll share with you a bunch of stuff that I have. I have like, I shit you not, Rhodes. You're gonna like what I'm cooking. All right? You're gonna like what I'm cooking because here's the thing. You know what I see? People have been like all these chiefs and all these sheriffs are just a cookie cutter. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking cookie. It's the same shape. It's the same fucking Christmas tree. You know, every time. You know what I am? I'm a cake in the oven. I'm a cake in the oven and I got layers, bitch. I got layers.
Pred, as long as your energy is focused on, like, again, reinvigorating the PD,
100%.
I think you will be overwhelmingly successful.
You gotta understand this, Rhodes. People want nothing more for me to fail. All right, they want nothing. They look at this situation and they say, "Why bother, Pred? Why bother? You're gonna fail." I want to take a situation where the odds are so against me, and then through sheer effort alone, in a short period of time, because let's be honest, the next mayor is probably going to want me gone, right? In a short period of fucking time, accomplish something that people couldn't do in fucking years, Rhodes, and I'm going to do it in a week or two. All right? That's my plan.
Well, if you are going to get removed, I highly recommend making a rank above chief of police.
Not a bad idea.
I'm just saying, can a mayor tell us you can't have corporals, or can we just make corporals? We update our no corporal. I'm just saying, like a lower rank. Can a mayor tell us that we can or cannot? The answer is no. Therefore, why can't we make a rank above?
I mean, you raise a good point, right? You kind of do need a reason to remove somebody.
Well, yeah. And guess what?
Lawsuit.
With an ACR, things aren't even eligible for an ACR unless you've made like a good faith attempt to resolve it before filing for the ACR.
Rhodes, I'll see you tonight. Okay?
Do you know who else has applied?
Who? I don't care.
No, I'm asking. Like, are you aware? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think Peach did.
Oh gosh. Huh, okay.
And I promise not to sell this apartment. I promise. I'll put my hand on the Bible now. I will not sell this department.
We do not cross that line ever again, because even if things continue... You want to know what the crazy part about that is, Pred? Even though structurally everything was pretty much the same, because it had such a like corpo vibe, people just ended up feeling like a number even though nothing changed.
People hated the uniforms, didn't they? I loved them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
How much those uniforms cost me?
Probably an arm and a fucking leg.
Yeah, an arm and a fucking leg. Those things cost me a fuck ton of money.
But yeah.
Don't even get me started on the jackets.
Man. That's probably one of the few fuck-ups. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I don't think... All right, here's the thing. Looking back on that, I don't think it was our fault. I just think a lot of things happened that fucked it up. I I actually think we were going in a really good direction. A bunch of fucking things happened, and then morale tanked. So a bunch of things happened, and then, you know, we kind of got fucked by, you know, because Nancy Drew was calling the shots of Cerberus, and she ain't want nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? And we weren't able to even get we weren't even able to get fucking the fucking what were they? The Buzz Lightyear things, the fucking flight suits. We weren't able to get the flights. We weren't even able to get flight suits. They didn't, because you know, I mean, it was different. We didn't have the support that we needed. You know,
Yeah.
even though I was a member of the board, I had no say in anything. I wasn't even. I mean, after that point, you know,
I knew it was
I wasn't
Espinosa.
even invited to the board meetings anymore, because what happened is, like, Nancy Drew and Eve Summers, they closed their grip around everything, and they didn't give a shit about us. And they didn't care at all. Cut us off. And then we lost out on one of the biggest aspects of everything. So it wasn't our fault. And
Well, I mean, I
people
think
will always say
I
it is
think
our
unfortunately
fault, but
morale
they'll
would
say
have
it's
gone
not.
down regardless.
I don't think so, because there was a lot of things that were cooking there.
Well,
we were gonna go to the moon.
again,
Rhodes.
but here's the thing. Even if everything went according to plan, it still didn't change the fact that at the end of the day, we were still under a sort of company name, and people just didn't like that vibe at all. Some people, not everyone, but like it then, like, listen, when I don't want to say a bad apple, but like
not transferring them out. That's where we made a mistake.
well, I mean, yeah. Well, I don't think we ever denied. Maybe we did deny some transfers, or maybe you denied some transfers. But like,
I didn't deny any, but I did humiliate and ridicule them when they wanted to.
and that's kind of the problem, or a problem. But I do think, again, just because of the whole like corporate vibe, that inevitably people were going to feel as though it wasn't the sort of like I'll say family structure.
It wasn't the PBSO anymore, but that's how.
Yeah.
But that's how it was supposed to be, Rhodes. It was how do you take something that you've been doing for a while and turn it into something new? You know, I mean, it was an experiment. Also, it was also because I was $27 million in gambling debt. I was $27 million in gambling debt.
I do
sure
remember
didn't
that.
help. It was a lot of debt, Rhodes. That was a lot of debt.
Pred, I unfortunately do have to get going, but I will be around, most definitely tomorrow, and I will try to swing by later today to sort of see the results of whatever it is, if it is announced. Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out if it happens.
We'll figure it out. Listen, because I understand. Look, I want you to be happy. All right? But also, me and you. I need you, bitch.
I just saw someone
Doing it again. The LSPD's on the outs. You know, the BCSO was on the outs before. We're doing it again. It's this time we could be thrown out at any point in time.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily if we fight it.
Or if Turner fights it and he gets clarity. I think he will.
We'll have to sit down and figure out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Either public support or support from the shadows.
Give me... I am short on time. I am going to sleep in
All right, you do
the
your
trailer.
Thing. We regroup tonight.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
I'll see you then.
No, I'll see you.
Fucking shrubbery.
A rerun. That would be interesting, I will say. Is there a chicken? All right. 42 NoPixel.com. Chat, thank y'all so much for all love and support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, host raids, bits, and H subs, gift subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely cannot have asked a better community to be built around this channel. So thank y'all for being absolutely amazing. If y'all haven't already, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Curvyelephant. Join our Discord, discord.gg/Curvyelephant. And if you enjoyed what you saw today, drop me a follow on Twitch. I'd appreciate that as well. I am going to send you to... I'm going to send you off to Syl, because he is apparently going to be awake for a while. Yeah, go show him some love, chat. I will be back later. Peace.